Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe right now to our YouTube channel, Watchbox Reviews, to get our best in your inbox on a daily basis. Every minute, every watch, here on Watchbox Reviews. And if you enjoy this honey gold Lange, you can see it with full pricing, boxes, papers, accessories, and its many pre-owned friends on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a timepiece with a distinctly iconic aesthetic and a iconoclastic choice of composition, material composition that is. This is the Lange Sohne 1815 200th anniversary tribute to F.A. Lange, the founder of the company. The watch, which launched in 2015, came about on the 200th anniversary of the birthday of the founder of glasuta watchmaking in the modern era. He started his company in 1845, born in 1815, we paid tribute in 2015, and we discussed this watch in 2018. Now that you're up to speed, let's talk about fit. 40 millimeters across the round of the case, not including the crown. The watch is highly wearable, a good size for a men's dress watch in the 21st century. The watch, nevertheless, isn't oversized. 40 millimeters will stand the test of time. It's a relatively slim watch at 9.2 millimeters thick. A generously domed bezel profile allows it to slide underneath any dress cuff, sleeves included, not just jackets. Lug-to-lug, it has a broad but not overbearing stance. 47 millimeters means you can wear this watch on a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters in circumference, in my estimation. Now, there is one feature I need to call out, which is the fact that the watch on my wrist is not rose gold, it's not pink gold, it's not red gold, it's not yellow gold. This 2015 limited edition of 200 pieces is honey gold, a paler, kinder, gentler gold that's better keyed to the silver opaline of the dial. It uses a higher percentage of silicon in its composition to make it a different color, yes, but also more scratch resistant than yellow gold. So this is a special edition that is truly special, as the honey gold is exclusive to Lange, and I truthfully haven't seen anything like it from any other brand. The watch is easy to wear and comfortable. Simple in profile, the strap is likewise minimally bolstered with a little bit of a central seam. You can see it features a folded edge, a monotone stitch. It's a sort of dark burgundy, a medium brown with some reddish elements. On the underside, calf skin, very supple. Lange's signature pin buckle, here executed in matching honey gold. There's some faceting, there's some polish. It has a remarkably deep profile that's reminiscent of the lug of a Lange, which is a nice execution, but not nearly as impressive as the retaining bar on the inside. The idea being that if you're like me and you strap your watch down to one of the smallest holes, truly tight and hard notched onto your wrist, a lot of times you will find that the pin buckle becomes a hostage situation whereby the strap is simply pinned on the ardion and can't be lifted. Well, this retaining bar prevents that situation from coming about by giving you a little bit of loft, so you can always help the strap up and over the pin to liberate your wrist from the watch when the time comes. Not that you want to take this watch off. It's beautifully executed and perhaps more versatile in honey gold than it would have been in rose red or yellow. The case profile, you can focus in and get close now that the watch is off the wrist, but the case profile is a combination of polish and satin, nicely executed. You'll note the lugs are somewhat dramatically stepped out from the case to give them a sharp cleft between case band and the sculptural form of the lugs. You'll also note that the lugs are beveled on their underside as well as on their top side, a thoughtful refinement that anyone but the owner would miss. Now, the dial is simple and striking. It appears to have a little bit of a champagne tinge to it, but that's only the light of my light box as well as the proximity of the pink gold, a trick of the eye, so to speak. It is an opaline or matte metallic silver, but the dial base itself is precious metal, as the dial itself, though silvered, is also silver in its solid composition. It's a solid silver dial. You'll note beautiful vintage-inspired Arabic numerals and an old-school train track, minute track outboard, beautifully diamond polished, honey gold, alpha style hands. Note the pinched profile where they abut the cannon pinion. Those are alphas rather than thicker Dauphine, which I find less attractive, heavier, and more cumbersome. Alphas were the right choice for this watch. Countersunk sub-seconds with a cropped 6 at 6 o'clock, another focal plane, and a crosshair style calibration. There is a baton style counterweighted constant seconds hand, and you'll note there are small details inboard of the railroad track minutes with alternating fleur-de-lis style flourishes and dot indices outboard of the numerals. Finally, turn the watch over and, well, you might say this is the business end of any Lange. This is where the party really starts. This is caliber L051.1, adjusted in 5 positions like a chronometer. Lange advertises the power reserve manually wound as at least 55 hours, so that's typical German understatement. Under-promising and over-delivering. You'll also note the balance beating way at 21,600 vibrations per hour. When you pull the crown, you do hack the balance, stopping it, as well as the seconds hand to synchronize against a reference time. Some elements of glasuta style, yes, inspired by the pocket watch era, but most of what we now call German watch finish style or glasuta style is a product of the modern era and innovations that Lange has created in its short history since being reestablished in 1990. You'll note glasuta stripes beautifully aligned across the 3/4 style bridge, the two features inspired by Saxon pocket watches of the 19th and early 20th century. You'll see jewels set in screw-fixed chaton, a throwback to the pocket watch era when there were less precise instruments available for the setting of jewels and the alignment of jewel tracks, so we would use chaton into which the jewels would be inserted, themselves then inserted and fixed with screws in the bridge. This also eased servicing as you could remove them individually. Moreover, an element of modern Lange style that's found its way throughout high horology in Germany, the freehand engraved balance cock. So no two are exactly alike. This is done with a hammer and chisel in old school fashion, and if you take the watch to Lange, if you visit the factory in Glasuta, they will actually be able to match the individual design to the artisan who created it. You'll also note that there are 2 types of screws in this watch. There are black polished screws, which are used for adjustment of the mechanism, and then there are kiln-fired blued screws, which are used for physical assembly of the components, and you can see those predominate. It is a medley of color as you have the violet of the pivot jewels, the gold of the chaton, the honey tone of the German silver alloy used for the bridges and plates, the cobalt blue of the screws, and the blinding silver of the black polished surfaces, including, for example, the cover for the escape wheel. Now, the material, German silver, that requires some clarification. It is a nickel copper zinc alloy, and if we were in a French-speaking watchmaking region, we would call in those regions this material Maishur, but we are in Germany, we are in Saxony, so we shall call it German silver. The nickel copper zinc being essentially tarnish resistant and corrosion resistant, the copper creating the golden tone versus the silver rhodium of a Swiss movement. It becomes more intense with time, more golden, darker, but it will never corrode. It's a beautiful material that is difficult to work, which is why most movements today are simply brass that are then rhodium coated. The timepiece is classically gorgeous. A tribute to a truly important watchmaker and a landmark moment in the history of German watchmaking. It's objectively beautiful and will itself stand the test of time. I imagine 200 years hence, this watch will look just as good. See it in the short term and buy it now on the Watchbox.